Welcome to this module, Soil Health and Regenerative Agriculture. In this module, we talk about the indicator of soil health like biological, chemical, and physical. Moreover, we will describe some techniques for improving soil health like cover crop rotation, cover cropping, natural soil amendments, no-till farming, agroforestry, and buffer strips. We also talk about sustainable soil management, reducing soil disturbance, using natural methods for soil protection in vineyards, and the balancing soil preservation with economic and environmental benefits. Soil health is a concept that refers to the soil's ability to support plants, maintain biodiversity, and provide ecosystem services. Healthy soil is characterized by good structure, adequate nutrient content, an active microbial population, and good water retention capacity. In agriculture, and particularly in vineyards, soil health is crucial for several reasons. 1. Plant nutrition. Healthy soil provides essential nutrients for vine growth. The availability of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, along with micronutrients, is fundamental for grape quality and, consequently, for the quality of the wine produced. Source: Soil Health Institute. 2. Resilience to environmental stresses. Healthy soils are more resilient to environmental stresses, such as drought or excessive rainfall. Good soil structure helps retain moisture and prevent erosion, which are critical factors for viticulture. Source: USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service. 3. Biodiversity. Soil health promotes biodiversity, which is essential for biological control of pests and diseases. A soil ecosystem rich in beneficial organisms can reduce the need for chemical pesticides. Source: FAO. 4. Sustainability. Agricultural practices that improve soil health, such as crop rotation, the use of compost, and soil cover, contribute to more sustainable viticulture. These practices not only enhance soil quality, but also improve wine quality. Source: International Organization of Vine and Wine. 5. Make a good wine. Soil health through balanced nutrients, optimal water management, and rich microbial activity ideally nourishes the vine. This fosters the development of superior quality grapes rich in aromas and precursors. Therefore, healthy soil is essential for the complexity, balance, and distinctive character found in a good wine. In summary, soil health is fundamental for high-quality wine production and the long-term sustainability of agriculture. Investing in soil health means investing in the future of viticulture. Monitoring soil health in vineyards is essential to ensure the quality of the grapes and the sustainability of viticulture. Healthy soil promotes root growth, improves water retention, and fosters microbial biodiversity, all factors that contribute to successful viticulture. Additionally, regular monitoring allows for the identification of any nutritional deficiencies or compaction issues, enabling timely interventions to optimize agricultural practices. Studies have shown that careful soil management can lead to higher yields and superior grape quality, positively influencing the aromatic profile and structure of the wine. Source: Soil Health and Sustainable Viticulture, Journal of Wine Research, 2020. In summary, soil health is a key element for sustainable viticulture and the production of high-quality wines. Actively monitoring and managing the soil not only enhances productivity, but also contributes to the overall health of the viticultural ecosystem. Biological indicators are essential for assessing soil health and its ability to support plant and animal life. Two of the main biological indicators are microbial activity and diversity, along with earthworm populations. Microbial activity and diversity. Microbial activity in the soil is a key indicator of its fertility. Microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi play crucial roles in the nutrient cycle by decomposing organic matter and making nutrients available to plants. Microbial diversity is equally important. Soil with a variety of microorganisms is more resilient and capable of responding to environmental changes, such as contamination or climate variations. Earthworm populations. Earthworms are considered excellent ecological indicators of soil health. These organisms not only improve soil structure through their burrowing activity, but also contribute to its fertility. Earthworms help decompose organic matter and mix nutrients, making them more accessible to plants. Additionally, their presence is often correlated with healthy, well-aerated soil. In summary, monitoring microbial activity and earthworm populations can provide valuable insights into soil health, helping farmers and scientists better manage natural resources. Soil is a complex ecosystem, and its health is essential for plant growth and agricultural sustainability. Among the main chemical indicators of soil pH nutrient levels, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and organic matter content play a crucial role. 1. Soil pH. pH measures the acidity or alkalinity of the soil. A pH between 6 and 7 is generally considered optimal for most crops, as it allows for better nutrient availability. Soils that are too acidic or alkaline can limit the absorption of essential nutrients. 2. Nutrient levels. Primary nutrients such as nitrogen N, phosphorus P, and potassium K are fundamental for plant growth. Nitrogen is essential for protein synthesis. Phosphorus is crucial for photosynthesis and respiration, while potassium helps in water regulation and disease resistance. Monitoring the levels of these nutrients is vital for optimizing soil fertility. 3. Organic matter content. Organic matter is composed of decomposing plant and animal residues. It improves soil structure, increases water retention capacity, and provides essential nutrients. A high organic matter content is associated with more fertile and sustainable soils, as it promotes microbial activity and biodiversity. In summary, monitoring these chemical indicators is essential to ensure soil health and agricultural productivity. Investing in soil management and analysis can lead to more sustainable farming practices and more abundant harvests. The texture of the soil refers to the size of the particles that make it up, which can be sandy, silty, or clayey. These sizes directly influence the soil's ability to retain water and aerate. For example, clay soils with smaller particles tend to retain more water but may have poor aeration, while sandy soils with larger particles drain water quickly but retain less moisture. The structure of the soil, on the other hand, refers to how soil particles aggregate to form clumps. A good soil structure promotes porosity, which is essential for aeration and water retention. Well-structured soils, such as those with granular aggregates, allow for better air circulation and greater water retention capacity, making them ideal for plant growth. In summary, the texture and structure of the soil are fundamental physical indicators that influence water retention capacity and aeration, crucial elements for soil health and agricultural productivity. Regenerative agriculture is an innovative approach that aims to restore and improve soil health through sustainable practices. These techniques not only increase soil fertility, but also contribute to biodiversity and the resilience of agricultural ecosystems. 1. Crop rotation. Alternating different crops in a field helps prevent nutrient depletion and reduces the spread of diseases and pests. This practice promotes greater biological diversity in the soil. 2. Soil cover. The use of cover crops, such as legumes or herbaceous plants, protects the soil from erosion, improves soil structure, and increases organic matter. These plants can also fix nitrogen, enriching the soil. 3. Composting. Adding compost to the soil improves its fertility and structure, providing essential nutrients and increasing water retention capacity. Composting also reduces organic waste. 4. No-till farming. This practice reduces soil disturbance, preserving its structure and microbial life. Minimal tillage helps maintain organic matter and improve soil health. 5. Agroforestry. Integrating trees and shrubs into agricultural practices can enhance biodiversity, provide shade, and reduce erosion, contributing to a more balanced ecosystem. These practices not only improve soil health, but can also increase agricultural productivity and contribute to a more sustainable environment. Crop rotation is a traditional yet highly effective agricultural practice that involves growing different types of crops sequentially on the same piece of land. Instead of planting the same crop repeatedly, farmers alternate crops according to a planned schedule, which can span several seasons or years. This method has proven to be a cornerstone of sustainable farming, offering numerous environmental and economic benefits. Some benefits: ability to maintain and improve soil fertility. Different crops extract and replenish different nutrients. Reduction of pests and diseases. Managing weeds and preventing erosion. Cover cropping, or the use of cover crops, is a very beneficial agricultural practice for soil health. Cover crops planted between main crops help improve soil structure, increase biodiversity, and prevent erosion. Additionally, these plants can contribute to enhancing soil fertility due to their ability to fix nitrogen and increase organic matter. For vineyards, some particularly suitable cover crops include 1. Clover, great for nitrogen fixation and improving soil structure. 2. Vetch, helps prevent erosion and enriches the soil with nutrients. 3. Mustard has nematicidal properties and can help control soil diseases. 4. Buckwheat grows quickly and attracts beneficial insects, improving biodiversity. Using cover crops in vineyards not only promotes soil health, but can also lead to better grape quality and greater sustainability of the entire agricultural ecosystem. Natural soil amendments, such as compost and manure, are essential for improving soil fertility and structure. 1. Types of natural amendments. Compost. This is decomposed organic material made from plant and animal waste. It is rich in nutrients and beneficial microorganisms. Manure, derived from animal excrement, manure is another valuable source of nutrients. It can be used fresh or composted to reduce the risk of pathogens. 2. How they improve soil fertility and structure. Fertility. Both materials increase the availability of essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are crucial for plant growth. Soil structure, compost, and manure improve soil structure by increasing its ability to retain water and enhancing aeration. This promotes root development and microbial life in the soil. In summary, using natural amendments like compost and manure not only enriches the soil with nutrients, but also helps create a healthier and more sustainable environment for plants. Composting is an eco-friendly practice that transforms organic waste into a natural fertilizer rich in nutrients. In vineyards, waste can include prunings, leaves, and grape residues. Here are some steps to create and manage compost from vineyard waste. Material collection. Start by collecting plant waste such as vine prunings, leaves, and unused fruit. It's important to avoid diseased or infested materials to prevent the spread of pathogens. Layering. For effective composting, alternate layers of green materials rich in nitrogen, such as fresh scraps, and brown materials rich in carbon, such as dry leaves and straw. This balance helps maintain good aeration and moisture. Aeration. Regularly mix the compost to provide oxygen to the microorganisms that break down the materials. This process speeds up decomposition and reduces odors. Moisture monitoring. Keep the compost moist but not soaked. A good moisture level supports microbial activity. Decomposition time. Depending on conditions, compost may take 3 to 6 months to mature. It's ready when it has a dark appearance and an earthy smell. Use. Once mature, the compost can be used to enrich the vineyard soil, improving fertility and soil structure. These practices not only reduce waste, but also contribute to more sustainable and healthy agriculture. No-till farming is an agricultural practice that involves planting crops without plowing or working the soil. This technique has gained popularity due to its numerous environmental and economic benefits. One of the main advantages of no-till is the improvement of soil structure. By keeping the soil intact, its physical and chemical properties are preserved, promoting microbial biodiversity and the overall health of the soil. Additionally, no-till helps reduce erosion. Without tillage, the soil remains covered by plant residues, which act as a barrier against erosion caused by wind and water. In summary, no-till farming not only promotes healthier and more fertile soil, but also plays a crucial role in conserving natural resources, making it a sustainable practice for the future of agriculture. Agroforestry is the intentional integration of trees and shrubs with crops and/or livestock systems. It is a multifunctional land use system that enhances productivity and sustainability. Agroforestry practices include alley cropping, silvopasture, windbreaks, forest farming, and riparian forest buffers. By combining woody perennials with agriculture, agroforestry contributes to improved soil fertility, carbon sequestration, and diversified income sources for farmers. For instance, silvopastoral systems, which integrate trees and livestock on the same land, offer shade and fodder for animals while stabilizing soil and increasing biodiversity. Similarly, alley cropping, growing crops between rows of trees, improves soil structure and reduces erosion. Buffer strips are vegetated areas, typically consisting of grasses, trees, or shrubs, strategically placed between agricultural fields and water bodies. Their primary function is to intercept pollutants such as sediments, nutrients, and pesticides before they reach waterways. Riparian buffer strips, for example, can significantly reduce nitrogen runoff by promoting microbial denitrification and enhancing infiltration. They also stabilize stream banks and provide critical wildlife habitat. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, vegetated buffer zones can reduce sediment loss by up to 60% and phosphorus runoff by up to 70%. Soil is a vital, finite resource crucial for agriculture, ecosystems, and climate. Sustainable management practices are essential to ensure its long-term health, fertility, and productivity, minimizing environmental impact. Healthy soil functions as a living ecosystem, sustaining life and providing services like nutrient cycling, water filtration, and carbon sequestration. Key characteristics include good structure, balanced nutrients, active microbial life, and optimal water retention. Sustainable soil management is essential to preserve the productivity of agricultural land. Several effective techniques can help prevent soil erosion, maintain fertility, and ensure long-term soil health. Cover cropping. Growing cover crops such as clover or rye during off-seasons helps protect the soil from erosion, improve organic matter, and fix nutrients like nitrogen in the soil. Contour. Farming and terracing. Planting along the natural contours of a slope or constructing terraces reduces water runoff and minimizes soil loss, especially on hilly terrain. Crop rotation. Rotating different crops each season enhances nutrient cycling, breaks pest and disease cycles, and improves soil structure. Mulching. Applying organic or inorganic mulch protects the soil surface, retains moisture, suppresses weeds, and adds organic material as it decomposes. Composting and organic amendments. Adding compost and other organic matter improves soil fertility, microbial activity, and water retention capacity. Reduce tillage or no-till farming. Minimizing soil disturbance helps preserve soil structure, increases carbon storage, and reduces erosion risk. Agroforestry and buffer strips. Integrating trees or shrubs into farmland and establishing grass strips along waterways reduce wind and water erosion and enhance biodiversity. These practices not only protect the soil from degradation, but also support resilient agricultural systems, ensuring productivity for future generations. Reducing soil disturbance and using natural methods for soil protection in vineyards. Soil is a living system that plays a critical role in vineyard productivity and sustainability. Modern viticulture increasingly emphasizes reducing soil disturbance and adopting natural methods to protect and regenerate soil health. Reducing soil disturbance. Minimizing tillage helps preserve soil structure, organic matter, and microbial communities. Practices such as no-till or reduced-till farming are beneficial for preventing erosion, enhancing water infiltration and retention, reducing carbon loss and maintaining soil fertility. In vineyards, controlled traffic farming, limiting machinery movement to fixed paths, further prevents compaction and promotes better root development. Natural soil protection techniques. Vineyard managers are increasingly turning to natural, regenerative approaches to maintain and enrich soils. Cover cropping. Planting grasses, legumes, or wildflowers between vine rows protects the soil from erosion, fixes nitrogen, and increases biodiversity. Mulching. Organic mulches like straw or pruned vine material shield the soil surface, retain moisture, and suppress weeds. Composting. Applying compost improves soil structure, stimulates microbial life, and slowly releases nutrients. These methods reduce reliance on synthetic inputs and promote a balanced, resilient ecosystem within the vineyard. Implementing sustainable practices in viticulture brings significant advantages. It leads to lower input costs for vineyard operations, fostering greater economic efficiency. Concurrently, it establishes a stronger ecological balance, enhancing the natural systems within and around the vineyard. This heightened balance contributes to increased resilience to climate stress, better preparing the vineyard for environmental challenges. Ultimately, these natural solutions ensure the long-term health and sustainability of the vineyard, promoting both ecological well-being and consistent quality. Balancing soil preservation with economic and environmental benefits. Soil preservation is fundamental not only for agricultural productivity, but also for environmental sustainability. However, achieving a balance between soil conservation, economic viability, and environmental responsibility can be challenging. Implementing sustainable soil management practices helps harmonize these objectives. Soil health as an investment. Healthy soil increases crop yields, reduces input needs, for example, fertilizers and irrigation, and enhances resilience to climate extremes. Though some soil preservation methods may involve initial costs, they often lead to long-term economic benefits. Economic considerations. Practices such as reduced tillage, compost application, and cover cropping may require upfront investments in equipment or labor. However, they reduce operational costs over time by decreasing erosion-related soil loss, improving water retention and reducing irrigation needs, enhancing nutrient availability, lowering fertilizer use. Adopting these methods can improve vineyard profitability and resilience, especially under climate uncertainty. Environmental benefits. Sustainable soil management contributes to carbon sequestration, mitigating greenhouse gas emissions, improved water quality, as healthy soils filter runoff, biodiversity support, by enhancing microbial life and plant diversity. By reducing chemical runoff and enhancing organic matter, soil preservation aligns agricultural practices with broader environmental goals. Finding the balance. To achieve this balance, farmers and vineyard managers can tailor practices to local conditions, combine traditional knowledge with scientific research, seek financial incentives or support programs for sustainable practices. When soil preservation is viewed as part of a holistic system, rather than a separate environmental cost, it becomes a driver of both profitability and ecological resilience. In viticulture, the concept of healthy soil extends beyond mere cultivation. It forms the very foundation of a thriving ecosystem that sustains both profits and the planet. By fostering rich microbial activity, optimal nutrient cycling, and superior water retention, healthy soil enhances vine vitality, leading to higher quality grapes and consequently premium wines. This natural abundance reduces the need for costly synthetic inputs, boosting economic viability. Simultaneously, robust soil acts as a powerful carbon sink, prevents erosion, and supports biodiversity, directly contributing to a more resilient environment and a sustainable future for the wine industry. We now present a remarkable example of sustainable soil management in an organic farm located in Tuscany. Podere La Cinciol, one of the founders of the Biodistretto del Chianti Association. The philosophy of the winery is deeply rooted in collaboration, innovation, and respect for the surrounding environment. By establishing strong relationships with local institutions, technicians, and neighboring producers, the owners have managed to create a network that supports both environmental sustainability and economic resilience, knowledge, and enthusiasm, leading to continuous implementation of practices in organic farming. The following slides aim to illustrate their approach to soil management, with a particular focus on the organic practices and the preservation of biodiversity and soil vitality. Considering the nature of the soil with a relevant amount of clay, the climatic conditions, the age and the vegetative state of the vineyards, at La Cinciol, a series of successive interventions are performed in a precise order. At the end of the growing season, soil can show symptoms of compaction due to the repeated passage of machineries that occurred in the vineyards for cover crop management, pest management, and harvest. Right after harvest, in our study case estate, a pass with a subsoiler, equipped with 2 anchor aerator, in alternating rows is carried out to a depth of approximately 40 centimeters, specifically along the wheel tracks. This operation is crucial to remove compaction exactly where it occurred, while preserving at the same time the vitality and the roots of the cover crop. This decompaction and aeration promotes the expansion of roots toward the center of the row, ensuring greater water and nutrient self-sufficiency, as outlined in the following slide. After the soil aeration, a localized sowing is performed in the same rows, in this case with clover and barley. Localized sowing aims to improve the spontaneous grass cover in those areas where it is poorer. In order to be beneficial rather than detrimental, grass management must be adapted to seasonal dynamics. At the beginning of the vegetative period, vigorous grass development is desirable to curb vine vigor and stimulate soil biological activity. Moreover, a dense grass cover can hinder the splash dispersal of downy mildew oospores onto the canopy, potentially reducing the number of treatments needed, especially early in the season. Precisely because vineyards' health is closely tied to soil conditions, it is essential not only to maintain adequate ground cover, but also to plan an effective and sustainable nutrient management strategy. This includes the use of organic fertilizers, primarily compost, that enrich the soil with essential macro and micronutrients, enhance microbial activity, and improve overall soil structure, thereby contributing to the long-term vitality and balance of the vineyard ecosystem. While pruned vine canes represent a valuable carbon source, direct shredding them into the vineyard is not advisable for several reasons. They may increase the risks of spreading trunk diseases and other pathogens. The high lignin content slows humification processes in the soil, as woody material is harder for soil microbiota to decompose. A large amount of green cover is required to balance the high carbon to nitrogen ratio and support proper microbial breakdown. Although they contribute with organic matter, they lack in the beneficial microbial communities found in mature compost, which are essential for soil regeneration and biological activity. At Poder La Cinciol, the improvement of OM content involves the use of on-site produced compost, considered as the most effective soil revitalization strategy. This practice not only improves soil fertility and health, but also strengthens sustainability efforts by reducing dependence on external inputs, minimizing waste, and tailoring compost composition to the specific nutritional requirements of the vineyard. Compost made from vine prunings processed directly on the estate is rich in humified microorganisms, billions of beneficial microbes that have already digested complex compounds such as cellulose and lignin. As a result, this compost is particularly efficient at breaking down green cover residues. It functions as a true microbiological reservoir, serving as an exceptional tool for revitalizing the soil and stimulating its biological activity. Podere La Cinciol produces its own compost on site, using pruning residues from vineyards and olive groves, along with grape pomace and stems. The adopted operational methods include raking of the pruning residues outside the vineyard and shredding them on the headland using a bio-shredder, pruning shredder with a hopper, creating a compost pile in a suitable area, ideally partially shaded during the day to avoid direct sunlight, which is harmful to microorganisms while maintaining a proper surface-to-volume ratio. Turning of the compost pile, essential to promote complete humification, ensuring proper aeration while encouraging uniform microbial activity and preventing anaerobic conditions that could hinder the decomposition process. The transformation time is closely linked to the number of turnings. To start the pile, it is necessary to water it generously with plenty of water during the turnings, especially in dry periods. Regular turning is crucial to ensure temperature uniformity within the mass and to promote even fermentation throughout the pile. When using the compost in autumn, it is useful to leave a portion behind as a starter to help initiate the pile for the following year. The estate does not produce the annual amount of compost needed for all the vineyards, mainly because to achieve a good ameliorating effect, it must be applied in high doses per unit area. The compost is spread in the interrows along the rows in generous quantities, at least 2 to 3 kilograms per square meter, on a regular basis. The adopted strategy is to distribute all the compost over approximately 1/3 of the estate's vineyards, rotating the application to complete the cycle in 3-5 years. In the poorer areas, it may happen that compost application is repeated for 2 consecutive years. We hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching!